Well, for several years, a lot of folks been trying to get me to do some video on mainly making stuff in the shop and whatnot. And a friend reached out and said, hey, you need to video some of that stuff that you're doing on job sites. So we're kind of back to contracting a good little bit. So we're gonna try it. We got 3 projects we're starting. I'm actually out here on the football field right now. Wind's blowing, we got some storms coming in late tonight. But just give you all an idea of what we're doing. We got this one field. It's getting an irrigation system on it. It's an old middle school football field. So we got 3 of them we're gonna do. 2 of them are getting full rip outs, a bunch of dirt work on them, sidewalks, bleachers, good bit of concrete work. Got some storm drain structures going in. But this one over here is just on the field. It's going to be irrigation, of course, goals and everything, and then we're going to have some, some site work to do on the side. Let me flip you all around and show you what we got. All right, so we over here on this field right here. School come and took the old goal out. The goal post used to be right there. You see we got some staking out right there. That's for the new layout on the field is going to be a combination football and soccer field. So survey crew come out here and set me the corners of the field. And then over here there's a 4-foot fence goes on both sides of the field. I think it's mainly to keep the parents off the field. So we got that marked out too. Now for those that don't know, when the surveying crew lays stuff out for you, they're going to lay you out some reference or some offsets as it's called. Hope y'all can hear me, this wind's really trying to blow. But I wanted a couple offsets in case a kid or something come down here and pull. Well, there went the hat. Hold on 1 minute while I chase my hat. All right, well, we got the hat back. Daggum wind's a whipping pretty good. So anyway, like I said, you get your survey crew to lay stuff out and they can put you an offset in. So I wanted a couple offsets just in case kids got to mess around down here and pulled out some stakes, because we all know children will be children. So technically, if we look at this stake right here, see if we can get down there. You see that says fence, C-O-R, that's fence corner. And there's gonna be a fence that goes from this point 396 foot down there. It's going to be the sideline fence. So what I did is I wanted a 10-foot and a 15-foot offset. So if you look at this second stake right here, that second stake got 10 foot on it, see? Right there. So that's 10 foot from the original stake. And then this one here, of course, says 15. So that gives us a layout. So what we did, because we wanted to lay the fence out before we started trenching for irrigation, because I don't want the irrigation line to be where the fence folks that come in, if I don't do it ourselves, with the guys that contract that out, I don't want them putting a fence post and concrete in the middle of a 2.5-inch water line. So what we did, we took that stake right there, we ran a string line and tied it up to that, I don't know if y'all can see it way down yonder, and we walked in here and we painted us a white line. So that gives us a visual mark. And then we did the same thing over here on the field corner and the field outline. You see on this one, there's the corner, there's a 10-foot and a 15-foot offset. So we did a string line, same thing to the other end and to the other side. And come in there, and that's what that blue line is. And then we come in, we measured everything off of that to get our laterals for the irrigation system. I hate irrigation systems, but it made sense to do this, or these 3 actually. Simple layout, sports field's actually a simple layout. So the boys got it all trenched out. So we got trenches all over everywhere. And we're setting this deep. There's a jackrabbit over there. He's digging out a hole on one of the trenches where one of these big heads go. So they got They got this line in already, as you can see. And we got them deep. We're setting them 24 inches. There's your sprinkler head. That's actually, it's an 8005 Rainbird sprinkler head. And that big cup looking thing on the top is an add-on, and that's called a sod cup. So the head will actually sit a couple inches below grade in that sod cup. Just like it says, you put a piece of sod in it. So you never see the sprinkler head. So you don't have to worry about the cleats hitting them or anything else. This is a middle school field. You know, they don't really weigh enough to have to worry about hitting something, but just go on and do it right. And you got your swing joint, and then that wire down there, is it wasn't spec'd, but just something I wanted to do. This tracer wire, and we're putting a tracer wire in all of our irrigation ditches. So each zone, all the laterals will have that tracer wire, and it'll go back to that valve box. So this zone right here goes over there, runs all the way back to that other sideline. That's where the valve box will be. This is a separate zone right here. You see it runs out towards the end over there by the truck. So I just let y'all know, no tracer wire and whatnot. So what I'm fixing to do is jump on the excavator, and I'm gonna leave them some room around this sprinkler head because I got to set these heads to get their elevation right. So I'm gonna come in here and probably stay about, I don't know, 3-4 foot off of that, and I'm gonna take the excavator and just start wiping that dirt back in there. We're trying not to tear this field up much because this field ain't getting replaced. So anything we tear up, I got to fix. We're going to aerate it and top dress it, fertilize it, do all that good stuff. And it'll come around. So that's kind of the beginning of what we're looking at. So let me go get in the excavator and we'll start closing in some trenches. As y'all can see, we got one done, a little piece over there, somewhere around there, one over there by that truck. We're going to start on this one. We're just going to take the grading bucket and just gently pull it back. Like that's